Hello and good morning. Welcome to Leave It Love the channel, and this is a spiritual channel. I talk about spiritual things. I do return to senders. I do return to senders every day for the purpose of returning energy, returning that energy back. I spray once I cleanse. I take salt. I shower with salt. I use salt, and I spray. I spray myself. I spray myself all the time with this spray. This spray, it breaks hexes and curses. It cuts these cords of attachment. You know, it does everything that it's supposed to do spiritually, because you can't see this shit. You can't see it. And in this one, you know, I'm talking about the Epstein files, because the Epstein files came out. And he was the kind of man that would go for younger kids, younger people, target people. He would have people in the high schools tell them, "Go, come with me to my friend. Oh, we're gonna pay you off." And you know, and it was sex. It was for sex. You know, that's that. And then his files, he recorded all the people that came to his island, all the people that was there. The names are coming out, and then is Hollywood is there. Diddy came out with all of his sexual he messed people up. That Brashear Gray was the actor that was in Power, the show. And he was supposed to come out. He was supposed to be a rapper. He was supposed to do, and he never came out. He became addicted to drugs, lost in Hollywood. You don't even know like what's up with him. Like he just seems off. And then the other guy, his name, I forgot. He used to play it, Orlando Brown. And then he's telling all his stuff about the Epstein. I'm like, wow. Like, you know, but the Epstein files is billionaires. It's people with money. And then I'm thinking the courthouse. And then they hid the files. They hid the file for so long. They did not want the file to come out. They did not want the file to be released. That's what they're doing with this court case. My court case, Paulina B. Garcia versus the Bronx Supreme Courthouse. And I'm calling out all of the injustices within the courthouse. And I'm like, you know, the things that they do in the courthouse is like, it's like the getaway, because the Bronx is a poor community. Bronx is poor people in the Bronx. You know, these people are not millionaires and billionaires. They are poor, you know, and then these people in places of power, they take advantage of the people because they're poor and they don't have anything. And it's just like the industry, the Epstein. It's like, you know, you took advantage of young people because they don't know and they don't have money and they don't have family and there's nobody they could go to. So that's why he did whatever he did for so many years and never got caught. And when he went to jail, they killed him. They put it in as a suicide or a strangulation. I killed his ass. He hurt so many people, and you don't know who are their family. You know, who is their family? You don't know, and there's a lot of people that are victims because they don't say nothing. They don't want to say anything. But it's like, you know, when I look at it, because I look at it and I try to analyze it, and I have time. I have time to look at this shit, and it's like, what, nobody can like figure this shit out. Nobody can connect the fucking dots that this shit is connected. It's the same thing as the Epstein. Whatever's going on in the Bronx is like, it's lower class. The Bronx is the lower class. Whatever the Epstein, he's a billionaire. He got his own island. He got this. He got that. Billionaires went to see him. He was scamming other millionaires and I'm like, this man is just a rich criminal, you know. And then he's old. He's been doing this shit for years, you know. And I'm just like, wow. And it's the same thing with the Bronx. They've been doing this for years. Because I'm 46. So I'm like, you know, it's always been like this. Like, it's always been like this. Like, it couldn't have always been like this. So give it 20 years. I've been in the system 20 years. dealing with this shit, trying to get somebody to do something, trying to bring attention to the Bronx Supreme Courthouse. Nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares about the Bronx. Nobody does anything. Nobody reprimands the people. You're complaining. I'm complaining. What are they going to do? They're going to retaliate against me and make my work environment uncomfortable. It was so uncomfortable. I quit. I was made uncomfortable. I fucking quit. I quit. I resigned. I was like, I don't want to. I hate this fucking job. Hate this fucking job. And then I'm like, now the Epstein files came out, and I'm just like, wow, but these people are rich. And I'm like, what? What? The Bronx is like, you're supposed to help people, and they here taking advantage of the community, taking advantage of the people. They don't speak English. They don't. They speak English, but they don't speak English like how I speak English. They don't speak English like that, It's like they take advantage of the people here. And then it was like all of the sexual harassment, all of the, manipulation of the system. It was the HRA system. It was the HRA system. It was the Begin program. But they abused the people in the program because they don't have nothing. That's why they were taking advantage of. And I'm just like, why are people like this? It's for money, it's for power, it's for whatever it is. You want control. You want to have control of a person. So this is what people do, It's coming out now in Hollywood. Epstein files came out. Diddy came out. The documentary came out. All this stuff is coming out. And then nobody is thinking to look at the Bronx Supreme Courthouse. Nobody is thinking to look at the file. They've been hiding the file. 2 years. March 1st of 2026. It's going to be 2 years since it has been filed and no one has taken any action on the case. What are they hiding? It's the same thing as the Epstein. Is a lot of incriminating evidence. It's going to hurt a lot of people if the file comes out, right? That's what happened with the Epstein files. That's why they tried to hide it for so long, because Barack is in there. President Obama is in there. Clinton is in there. Everybody, a lot of people are in there. And it's bad. It's not information that you want to get out to the public, but it's out. The Epstein files are made public. And it's just like, wow. Okay. My file is public, but no one is doing anything about the file. So I'm like, why is no one doing anything about it? It's because there's secrets in the file and they don't want the file to get out. They don't want nobody to know. So it's like, and it's money. It's money, but then it's like, it's not billionaire money. It's the Bronx community. People are poor here. People are not rich over here. And it's just like wow. And then Epstein was doing it to millionaires, billionaires, his friends. He was doing it to his friends. But the job is the same way. Like, you work there, you give them your name, your social, your date of birth, your place of residence. They have all of your personal and confidential information because you trust them, because you need that job. So you got to release your information. You got to give it to them. They're supposed to help you. You're supposed to get paid. But they sitting there and they just doing some other stuff with your information. But you can't prove it. And then you complain. I complain, and nobody wants to look into this. It's an issue, and it is a problem. But who can I go to? Who is going to listen to me? Who is going to listen to what I'm saying? I don't know. I just wanted to talk about it. I just wanted to let it out because, like, the Epstein files came out, and then all this stuff is coming out, and all of this information is coming out about, and it's sexual abuse. It's sexual abuse that's coming out. And I'm just like, oh my God, but nobody looking into the courthouse. Nobody's looking into the courthouse. You need to look into the courthouse. And you'll find even more information, more incriminating evidence. And it's going to hurt the people that are employed there. Because it's the people that work there that do the worst kind of things because they're not going to get caught. Nobody does their job. That's the whole deal. They will love. Bye.